Guys, Kev here. I'm ready to do my full review on the Ohlone Knives GOAT version 2. And I have the plain titanium with green G10 inlay version here. This is an Urban EDC Supply exclusive variation of this. They also have the Jade G10 version, and then there is a plain titanium with orange G10, a plain titanium with ivory, aka white G10, and then there is a black coated titanium or black washed titanium with red G10. And those you can get directly from Derek Costa, the designer behind this. You can hit him up on Instagram at Derek Costa, Ohlone Knives. Sorry, it's at Ohlone Knives. Ohlone Knives. He's a great dude, fellow lefty. He really has some cool designs, small, gentlemanly like knives. He has some stuff coming that's a little different that looks cool. He has one coming with the reversible clip. That's awesome. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to give my full review on this guy. I've had it for a few weeks now. I absolutely love this knife. So if you don't want to stick around for my rants and raves, there's your recommendation. Go get you one of these if you can afford it, because I freaking love this thing. So aesthetically, let's start with that. Closed, this knife just looks amazing. I mean, look at the lines, the rounded butt here. The inlay just looks phenomenal. You have this really small flipper tab with some jimping on it. It just looks so cool and classy. Look at it from the front. Perfectly centered blade. It just fits in there perfectly, almost flush to the scale. The tolerances are good. It's nice and tight, right? You have this geared back spacer that matches the inlays. You have this milled titanium pocket clip that just sits perfectly at the butt end here. Has a great amount of tension, goes in and out of pocket like a dream. It just looks so good closed. And then you flip it, right? Oh, and that detent, this is made by Riot. They are the OEM, and they absolutely nailed the detent, as always. They always nail the detent. And then you look at it open, right? And it's just this really sleek drop point blade here. And it just looks so good to me. I absolutely adore the look of this knife. So that is one of the reasons I love it, right? One of the things that I don't like about the look, there's two. One is all the screws down here, right? There's just a lot of screws. I don't know why that's necessary. I get you need one for the inlay, maybe one for the backspacer, and another one for the backspacer and the clip. Just a lot of screws on the show side there, and obviously on the back side too, but the clip kind of hides them a little bit. The other thing is the inlay. So I like the green G10, but the first version of this knife had carbon fiber, right? And it was like marbled carbon fiber with red in it or blue in it or just plain carbon fiber. And it looked so good. I wanted one of those so bad, but I held off because, well, one, they weren't really available anyway, and two, it was right hand only, and that was when I was still sticking to my lefty only guns, right? So I'd love to have one of these with the carbon fiber or micarta inlays, but I spoke to Derek about it, and I mentioned this in my other videos, so I'll be brief. But basically, Riot couldn't use the carbon fiber, and the micarta was too thin, so it didn't work. Had to be G10. I guess, or something else, but they went with G10. So I get it, and honestly, it's fine. It looks good. The transitions on these inlays are ridiculous. They're so smooth. You can't even feel them. Riot just nailed it on that. This is a bolster lock. So as a lefty, I have no issues manipulating this knife, deploying it, closing it. That bolster lock does not get in the way at all. Love it. And it covers up, the rest of the frame lock here. You can see the relief cut all the way down there. See that little slice? That's the relief cut. And this is all covered up by the inlay, so no pressure issues right here. It's great. So, yep, I absolutely love that. Just gorgeous knife. You're working with M390 on the blade with the belt satin here from Riot. That's another thing I wanted to point out at some point. The belt satins from Riot have this like chalky white look to them. It's a strange thing. It looks like there's some chalk on it. I don't know if you can see that, but if you compare it to, say, what's another Riot? What do I got here? I need something with satin here. This is a Benchmade Crooked River, a mini Crooked River, right? I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's like this, it almost looks like dust or chalk on the satin there. And that's just part of a Riot belt satin, I guess. I don't know. I really want to learn about that. Because to me, the Benchmade version looks better, right? You can still see the grind lines, but it's more like shiny. It's more mirrory. Not mirror. It's just more shiny, more clear. This looks like it has a little layer of chalk on it. I still absolutely love Riot. I love their satin and everything. I just find it really interesting. Here's a knife from Monterey Bay Knives. I don't know who the manufacturer of this is, but again, you can see the difference there. Just something interesting I've noted with Riot. So, anyways, I still absolutely love the blade. It cuts like a dream. It's thin behind the edge. It slices very nice. Ergonomically, I get all 4 fingers just on this guy, even though it's a little guy. I think the blade's 2.875, something like that. But I just get all 4 on, and it just fits so perfectly in my hand. No hot spot from the clip, and then my thumb rides up the blade like this, and you can just do any kind of detailed cut you need to. It's just amazing. And then you can get up on the pinch grip, use the tip here. Really reminds me of the Wee Knives Banter. Ergonomically, they're almost identical. Your hands just fit perfectly, and your thumb rides the blade. I just absolutely love both of these in terms of ergonomics. It's just such a classy gentleman's knife that you can work with if you need to. Action on this guy. So when I got this out of the box, right, the flipping action was phenomenal, just like that. It is a dialed-in detent. Wait for the break. Boom. Flies out, right? You're not failing this guy unless you try. When that detent breaks, I need no more pressure. It just flies up and locks out, right? But the closing action was a little gritty. It was really hard to kind of just drop it shut like that. Now, this is a small blade, so it's never going to just drop shut, right? But you should be able to kind of shake it down like that. And I couldn't. But it was basically, there was some grit in the bearings. So I took it apart, and I cleaned it all up, and put a little KPL in there, and now it is phenomenal. It's smooth. There's no grit in there. It's just, oh man, it's silky. I usually close it like this, where I just use my fingers and then shut it. And I'm fine with that. I can fidget with this all day doing that. I don't need it to drop shut. And then sometimes I'll do the shake. So absolutely love the action on this knife. Value, so this is $269. It came in just a cardboard box. I was a little disappointed by that, but you know what? It goes in my box of boxes, and that's it. Unless I sell it, then it goes back in and gets sent out. So it's about the knife, and you get Riot quality, you get titanium, you get M390 that is done very well. You get perfect action. You get G10 inlays. You get to support a really good maker and American maker. and it's $269. That is a win in my book. Most knives like that would be closer to 300, I would say, especially made by Riot. I've seen Leon Ma's go for 440 or 350. I mean, Sharp by Design, same thing. So this is definitely a good value, I would say. Carry, as I said before, the clip works phenomenal. Carries like a dream. Minimal flipper tab, so I can carry it in my front left, my back right, or back left. Carry it anywhere, and it is very comfortable. Has such a good detent. I don't worry about it opening in my pocket. And my recommendations, guys. I 100% recommend this knife. If you're left-handed, don't be afraid of this knife. You could carry it because of the perfect clip, because of the action. You don't have to worry about it opening in your left pocket. It won't. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and guarantee that, but it's going to be very hard for you to do that. And because of the bolster lock, it just functions flawlessly for a lefty. You don't have any issues with frame lock pressure, so don't worry about that. If you're right-handed, I 100% recommend this as well. You can do the drop shut a little better because, you don't have to worry about getting your hand out of there. It carries great right-handed. Ergonomics are good. So this is just a phenomenal knife. This knife is staying in my collection. I don't foresee myself selling or trading this guy. I absolutely love it. I almost want to just pick up different versions of it. I'd really like one with the white G10. I'd love carbon fiber or micarta, but again, you can't get that right now. And I'm keeping my eye on Derek Costa. He's really got some cool designs, and I look forward to checking them out. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. That will be my review on the Ohlone Knives GOAT version 2, EDC supply exclusive, Urban EDC supply exclusive. Absolutely fantastic knife. Pick one up if you can. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will catch you later.